Let's see what would happen if we just go ahead and take, you know, the taxis we have plus the siege ships we have and make them into a fleet. 39 movement. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take them there in 2 turns. Let's get good. I am the Gamer Under Development, and this is Endless Space 2 Penumbra. We are playing as the Diasporid, our very own custom faction who is doing the Sophon quest, and we have just begun the war of all wars with the Hisho, and we are kind of stomping them right now. They've got some more ships that are going to be landing in our system Deneb next turn. That's great. We'll kill them as soon as they land, probably, and yeah. I think everything's... Oh no, Veni needs to do things. Veni, you can build... Interplanetary transport won't do a whole lot for you, but it will give you a little bit of extra production, so go for it. Build everything, Veni, build everything. All of our systems are building everything at this point. We have so much going on. Our custom faction being primarily just a faction that builds a ton of things fast and generates a ton of food has made it so that expanding and stuff is just not even difficult for us. Rhea, on the other hand, is about to lose a Harashem in 2 turns because we decided to send too much food to the new colony. Whoops. That can happen. And unlike Endless Legend, where you can move people specifically into food to counteract something like that, there's really no way to counteract something like that in Endless Space. You could build another food improvement, but we don't actually have another food improvement available, so that's not an option. So now that Veni has stuff in queue, I think we are actually ready to end our turn. We did also find the Riftborn, so now we have somebody else to slaughter once the Hisho are done. Very excited, guys. Very excited. We did lose a Harashem on Rhea. That's rather sad, but it is what it is. Diplomatic relations with the Sowers have changed. We would love to get the Sowers into our empire. The Harashems here we're not as worried about. New event, the Quantitative Society. This is cool. A cabal of scientists and visionaries from a prominent research group think tank have come forward to your government promising to deliver the dream of a utopian society. They have created a vast super AI that can watch and learn from all and believe that all will benefit from its scrutiny. Like many who have come up with ideas to fix society, their dream is riddled with their own biases and hang-ups, including believing that life isn't worth living without a dependable chain of caffeine bars featuring semi-designer furnishings and exotic mood music. I mean, who doesn't want space bucks? The fact their vision of a perfect society also involves mandatory science fun means that although your citizens will become more rational, they won't be as pliant. A more popular, less scientifically beneficial move would be to ignore them. So we can reject them, which will increase our religious ideology and give us some influence, or we can embrace them. I'm going to embrace them. The minus 15 influence for 15 turns isn't that big of a deal. Give me that. Okay. So now we have a fight on Deneb. This is honestly just kind of a sweep. I'm not going to watch this. We're just going to basically melt them. All they have is lasers, though, so we're going to switch to shield absorption here. And yeah, they should be done. Very, very done. And that's just a fleet of, like, garbage minor faction units and detectors and stuff. Our Apistis Pop is up to 7, which means they will be very, very ready to consume in no time. Honeycomb Scope is going up. We can put an incubator behind that and work on getting another colony down on Orm if we want to. I don't think that's a bad idea, because it will sort of fill in a gap we have right here between Rhea and Nusakan. And then let's go ahead and look at what we have Behemoth weaponization now, guys. We can build the tractor beam, and our hull is now upgraded to have a new large weapon slot and additional small slots for military. That being the case, we may actually want to take our Behemoth and send it back to our empire so that we can upgrade it now, because that's actually kind of a good thing right there. Let's go ahead and do that. You're going back, buddy. 6 turns is insane. You're not going back in 6 turns. You're going back much faster than that. Let's go ahead and turn on Star Boogie Bill here. We are losing 71 influence a turn, so we won't be able to maintain that for long. That's okay, though. I'm honestly not that worried about not being able to maintain that for very long. I still strongly suspect the Umbral Choir is right here, and we're gonna send a hack through that region, if at all possible. And if our hack gets bounced back immediately or something, we know they're right there. They have to be. Okay, those guys are sieging, which is fine. This guy is now ready to search and complete this quest. Bam! There we go. Unknown consequences. The Lost Expedition Resurrection. We got plus 20% science on Empire for 10 turns, and we increased our science ideology, as well as spawning a Vodyani ship on Karana. Success! On the 5th day, the rescue party picked up a weak signal coming from a system of caves within the region, and the original team disappeared upon. Upon investigation, they discovered the team surviving inside a Vodyani craft near the mouth of the caves. Although the crew gave conflicting accounts of what had happened and possessed equipment that was prematurely aged, they were found to be in fine physical and mental health. After some simple repairs to the Vodyani craft, both the rescue party and the missing crew were able to leave the surface and return to the fleet. Insights gleaned from the whole affair have triggered a scientific renaissance across the Empire. That's interesting that their weapons were worn ahead of time. It almost makes it sound like they hit like a time loop or something. We got 30 Hyperium from that, which is excellent since we just burned a ton of Hyperium building ships. Yeah, I mean, at this point we could just pump out more scouts, I guess. That's a thing to build, right? Right. Neurorobotics will be done soon. That'll actually give us some good things to build. Until then, though, I guess we'll put out a couple scouts here. I mean, honestly, at this point, there's just nothing left for us to build. We do not have auto-explore because there are no nodes left to discover, which is rather annoying. Let's look at our empire shape, or our galaxy shape rather, and try to see where we could potentially find more people. There's probably someone over here. It looks like we're on this spiral right here for this particular guy. Actually, let's have him move, and once he lands here, we can start shooting and looking for new spirals. I believe if he finds a new spiral or something that we can just hit auto-explore and our other ship should just go looking. But I can't say that for certain, so we'll have to see. Ooh, I like the way the probes look when you zoom out right here. I never noticed that they just kind of make circles that are illuminated in your color. That's actually really nice. This scout ship is on Altair. Let's bring them over here and begin shooting stuff down towards that potential spiral line right there. Yeah, hopefully we find some new spirals soon, because we have a lot of scout ships and a lot of production that we just don't have anything to do with at this point. I would say that means our science is probably a little bit behind right now. We probably want to speed that up. Are we still higher in military than anything else? Yes, yes we are. We have a higher tier of military unlocked than anything else, and our science is the most far behind. That's okay though. Yeah, that's fine. Woo, everything is going the way we want it for the most part. Let's send this gouge over here for our impromptu defense force. Vini here is, yeah, they're gonna be done soon. You guys are fine, you're just sieging. Siege all the things. And I believe our hack should finish next turn. Yeah, it will finish next turn. And we can see their counter hack going now. Their counter hack may reach us at the same time our hack finishes. And I'm not exact, like it won't stop our hack from happening, but I think they'll get to do a thing too. But I could be wrong too. We may just get the hack here. That's entirely possible. We got the hack, let's see if they got the counter hack though. And what we're gonna do with that hack is we're not gonna embed sleepers, even though that's appetizing. We're gonna create a backdoor here. That's very, very important, because if we get a backdoor here, we can bounce off here, go to Procea and get another backdoor, or we could bounce off Remor and go straight to Serta, which would be, you know, a straight shot into their capital. I am totally fine with either of those options at this moment. Hey, we found Skiajoga. That's actually a really, really good planet, but it looks like somebody else has already taken it. Dun, dun, dun. And now we can auto-explore with our scouts again. Yay! Okay. Call a spaceman. On some of your systems, an antiquated classification scheme used to categorize minor civilization citizens has the religious community up in arms. The classification system is mostly meaningless at this point, but to officially accede to the protesters' demands would be a small bureaucratic nightmare. So we can ignore them and lose happiness, or we can... We just met someone new. That's really funny that they talk to us while we're looking at this. I'm gonna go ahead and go with this. We'll lose some happiness, but we'll increase our science ideology. Although religion is actually a party we do kind of want to get into, and we don't need our production right now, so I think I might actually take that. I'm gonna take that. Give me one sec, guys. I actually forgot to start my timer for this episode, so I don't know where we're at. I think we're at about 10 minutes. So let me set a new timer here real quick and get that ticking. Very sorry about that, guys. Okay, so that will give us more religion, which is actually useful. I forgot that switching to military religion was our long-term plan, so we're gonna push on that a little bit. And the green is the Vultures, the Oregon Federacy. We have run into them. They know we're here. Hi, you're next. All right, this hero has leveled up. He should make an even better commander now with an additional plus 1% damage on his fleet per CP, so that is plus 10% damage right now, which is nice. Not the best thing, but it's nice. Diasporan Pop has grown, Harisham Pop on Rhea has fallen again. That is because, once again, we sent a lot of food to our new colony. We probably shouldn't have done that. Although tempoing our own population here isn't bad because we're overpopulated and we can't settle a new planet yet. Go ahead and get Patriot Pills here, no reason not to. Let's go ahead and break that incubator out. We probably won't put him down until Sable is colonized, though. Like, we're not going to actually use him on Orm until Sable's colonized, now that I think about it. That's in 2 turns, though, so we can start moving him here at least. There we go. Do want to make sure that he appears on the list lower than our combat fleet, so that if these guys come over, they don't immediately kill our colony ship. That would be really annoying. So we found Skiagoja, but it's already been taken by somebody else. And Nusakan is done making new scout ships, so let's bust them out and start looking at all the things. You guys can go now, just auto-explore. Everybody auto-explore, go, 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 go. 10 ships waiting here, that is a lot of taxis and 4 siege ships. Let's see what would happen if we just go ahead and take, you know, the taxis we have plus the siege ships we have and make them into a fleet. 39 movement. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take them there in 2 turns, and then we'll bring all of our siege ships back. 39 movement, guys. Can you believe this? Look at, like, they're gonna be there in 2 turns. That's cray. Currently, militarists are leading. Religious is very, very far behind. We would like to increase support for the militarists, though. Or, I mean, the religious, though. So we'll see what we can do to essentially facilitate that. In this case, I guess we have them put out a scout just so we don't waste their production queue, but it's really not useful. And because we have so many ships, we're suffering from military upkeep issues. So yeah, very soon we're gonna have to make decisions about that. Red saying for additional food wouldn't be terrible. But I mean, we're already kind of running into population cap issues, so I don't know if that's gonna help things or make things worse. All right. Everybody's building stuff, that's fine. Our siege ships will be there in a turn. Our behemoth is retreating so that he can be upgraded. And you, Mr. Ship Guy, are gonna go search over here now. Go, get down there. Ah, were you not clicked on? Now you're clicked on. I don't know why he doesn't have the option to auto-explore when it says there's no new nodes to discover, but we just found this and all of our other ships can auto-explore, so interesting. Yeah, these guys are just sitting here and sieging like we want them to. They're also blockading. Whoa, they actually brought a defense force. Look at that. 9 ships. Oh man, guys. Oh man. I don't know about you, but those 9 ships are scaring me. I'm real terrified of those 9 ships right there. Please tell me that they all use the same damage type. They don't, but the majority of them are using lasers. The highest damage dealers are projectiles, though, so that's interesting. So we're going to go to advanced here, of course. We're going to reposition our ships so that they are most properly used. Our hero ship, I think, is actually going to go into this lane. And then we're going to put another tank in this lane. Honestly, we'll put all of our tanks in this lane. And we'll just leave 1 token ship or 2 token ships up in this one just to keep that 3rd flotilla filled so that we get the advantage from it. Flotilla is optimal at short range and has 25% compatibility with ships. Yeah, worse compatibility with ships, best compatibility with ships, medium compatibility with our ships. We're gonna go for shield absorption because we do know that a majority of their ships... Oh, hello. A majority of their ships are actually using laser weapons. And because of the range differential here, I'm actually gonna move all these guys down here and then put 1 tank into that, and potentially 1 tank into that fleet. And then we'll let it go. The main reason I moved everyone down here is it gives us a much better optimal. We should probably melt them before we actually get into range for combat, honestly, with all of our missile boats. Oh, wow, we lost a lone tank in lane 1. But they lost everything but a Kestrel, so, I mean, that's a trade I'll take. By the way, that Kestrel and whatever's left is dead, too. We're just gonna let them do it here, because we should just dominate. Yeah, they're gone. Okay, so we're back to controlling Zane. They have no chance. And we're gonna end our turn here. Oh, we have hacking operations left. That's right, we have a new backdoor, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and use Zane to jump to Remor, to jump to Prosin here. That'll take 6 turns, or we can go straight to Pro-Sin and risk our backdoor, which will take 2 turns. However, it won't let us end our... No outcome is available on this target. I thought there were pirates there, though, right? So... Oh, they killed the pirates. Okay, they killed the pirates. So no more pirates means that we can't do what we were gonna do. It doesn't, however, mean that we can't bounce a hack off of one of these places and then go straight to Bellatrix from there. So if we bounce a hack there to there, that'll make it 7 turns. If they move twice as fast as us, it'll take them 3 or 4 turns to get back, probably 4. So we should actually be able to kind of beat them if we're lucky. However, that isn't as good of a hack necessarily as going straight for their capital. The reason I'm doing this, though, is because we do kind of want to make sure that we have, like, 2 backdoors up here so that they can kind of reinforce each other. The reality is, it would be terrible if we started a hack from that backdoor and the backdoor fell through for some reason. So I'm just getting both of those right now to kind of make sure that we have options for where our hacks come from. We did want to hack from Rhea to there. We may actually move up the next technology that increases our hacking, which is right there, I think. Yeah, so that's pretty far away in our queue. We're not going to get there relatively soon at all. Alright. That makes me sad. I'd honestly hope to make something of that a lot sooner. 7 turns is a very slow hack, and that makes me very, very unhappy. However, I guess we could just cancel it and eat the penalty, right? Denied, cannot afford cancellation cost. Or not, I guess. I bet you if we cancel this... Can we afford the cancellation cost then? No. Weird, what is the cancellation cost now? I thought it was only bandwidth. We should have plenty. Oh, we're not at less than half bandwidth right now. That's the issue. I'm gonna remove this defensive program from Nusakan, and then we should be able to cancel. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna lose half our bandwidth for a couple turns. That's fine. I should have been smarter and not even gone for that Bellatrix hack, honestly. That's gonna take 9 turns. It's gonna take us 5 to get here, 4 more to get there. There's pretty much no way that they can catch us in time. However, that being said, without running an accelerator, we can't make the hack go any faster, so we have to rely on this backdoor not falling through. We also have to rely on us not conquering Zane before we get that hack off, which is probably not realistic. Although I guess what we could do is we could just slowly siege Zane down and use it as a choke point and move some of these units onto Bellatrix. I actually like that idea. Let's do that. Let's grab a tank here because we lost one in this fleet, and then let's take this fleet and be like, yo, hey, guess what, Bellatrix? We coming. We'll be there in a turn. And then we'll basically have even more pressure on them, which is, you know, totally an issue for us. We don't have enough pressure on them right now. Sable should be a colony, or a system rather, next turn. Yes, give me Sable, come on. Show me Sable. We lost another Harashim. Man, we are just consuming those Harashims for food. Vital statistics has been started. The galactic census is coming up, and although you have greater worries on your mind, you remember what one of your wisest advisors once said, that a great leader is often judged not by his actions, but by the statistics he leaves behind. Perhaps it is worth investing a bit of effort to leave your mark on history, as the databases will remember it. In less than 10 turns, possess 2 ships of... I'm gonna go for Parade here, because we're just auto gonna get it anyway, and it's military. Building a military armada stronger than anything seen before will ensure your name is writ large in the history books. We've already done this. Yeah, sure, just go ahead and annihilate them, please. Okay, thanks, bye. I didn't even change our plan there, because I didn't need to. We were so outnumbering them. Okay, so Rhea is ready to build predictive logistics, which is excellent. They also have all of these ships left for that full fleet that we were building, and we can go ahead and send those down here to combine. I believe that... No, Sable's not settled yet. It should be within the next turn then, maybe? Yeah, 1 turn. 1 turn. Neurorobotics finishing is great. It does give us access to industrial zones as well, which we can use. Adamantian refining, another great thing for us to pick up, but predictive logistics is something that we can build in every system right now. And that's what we're gonna do, because there's no reason not to have it. It is incredibly useful. Let's go in here, get predictive logistics, go in here, get predictive logistics. Like, we want that everywhere. So much extra production from that. Hey, guess what? Predictive logistics. Did I not mention that? Because now I'm mentioning that. Okay. You guys could use some praise, because we want you to be our buddies. How about you guys? Do you need praise? Sure, have some praise. Have all the praise. We love you. You're our bestest friends. Didn't you know? I thought you knew that. Okay. Looks like we have a combat here, but that's 1 potential CP. I'm really a fool. I should have turned on our military law that would have given us a bunch of benefit before we attacked there, and I didn't. And because of that, we actually lost out on quite a few things. Oh, another fleet has just arrived. Okay, then. This is the siege fleet. Now how much are we sieging for? 178 a turn. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to bust out all of our siege units. Hi, little siege units. Guess what? You're your own fleet now. And then we're going to take this taxi fleet with 16 movement left and send them back to Carius to pick up more siege units. And we'll just let that be. 166 manpower a turn is being sieged off of that system. And this system is currently being controlled by our hero. We're going to have him take out this hawk. We're not going to switch to that law for 1 ship, though. It's not worth it. When they go full force and they start sending a bunch of CP here, we'll switch into that law. What do our consumable factions look like? Nothing particularly great at this point. Okay, that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. Yeah, you guys are more than... Actually, let's try to combine some of these fleets. Let's split out these detectors here, because they're not a great fleet. In fact, I may just sell them now. Yeah, that's fine. Scrap them, get all the things back. Save us on military upkeep. Now, these are all combat ships, which is what I was going for. We're going to merge all those up, because there's no reason to have those in so many separate fleets. There we go. Now we've got 1 nice, solid defense fleet here that can take out pretty much any of their ships that come through here. Knife's got a little bit of damage on it, though. That's surprising at this point. Okay, there we go. And how many turns until this guy lands? He should be here within 2 turns. All right. We're going to want to upgrade his speed a little bit, I think, because he's just way, way too slow right now. That incubator will get used next turn. For right now, this fleet will merge up. Done. Hey, which political party do we want to support? So we could officially support the militarists, but they're going to win anyway, so instead I'm going to officially support the religious. And we got militarists and pacifists, which is the most confusing combination of political parties I have ever seen come into power at the same time. I don't understand it. I don't know if you guys understand it, and I'm just missing something, because that just seems weird to me. Like, it legitimately is like, huh? You what? You why? What did you say? Let's go ahead and look at this flagship here. I want to see what kinds of abilities he has. If he has good general abilities, we might pick him up. Forced labor is actually a really strong governor ability, especially for our faction. Wow. That's pretty great. Minus 40% dust upkeep would be huge. Minus 50% election action cost on Senate, that's also huge. And the fleet bonus is plus 2% fleet health per current. That's not great. So now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want that guy as a fleet commander or not. Let's go ahead and look at our other options. We also have this Unfallen Guardian. Now, I'm not actually sure what the Unfallen do for their ships. Fleet health is good. Shield absorption is decent. Yeah, not anything great. Wow. That's actually really good. Okay, we're gonna get him. Regenerating health on your combat units is very, very strong, because it essentially means that you lose less of them, so you're buying less of them. That's never gonna not be a useful thing. So for him, I'm gonna go ahead and get, probably the fleet health to start with. Oh, he has another skill point though, so we'll also go ahead and get the fleet health there. It's excellent, excellent, excellent. We should actually take a look at his ship too. Let us upgrade your ship, because your ship is probably garbage. Your ship be the garbage. So we're gonna give him an engine, obviously. He has another support slot that we'll consider what to do with in a second. Let's look at his, let's look at his armor real quick. Obviously want to get him at least one of each type of armor. And then weapon-wise, I'm not sure what we did with our other hero. I know that we're looking at doing like the short-range sneaker ships at some point, but I don't think we're quite there yet. Once we do get there, though, I will just load him up with boarding pods. Although boarding pods are optimal at every single range. Interesting. Why, yes, I am putting boarding pods on every single one of these. I know, I'm being cheeky with it, but honestly, guys, that's such a funny idea. Like, if this legit works, we'll just start capturing a bunch of ships that we can sell, which is really funny. So we'll do that. We'll give him that, and then we will assign him to one of our fleets pretty much immediately. The question is, which one? Well, obviously that one. We can't do that, though, because they're in enemy space, which is unfortunate. We'll have to put him on the taxi fleet, maybe, and then potentially we can swap some fleets around when we bring the taxi fleet back. First Selenium Expedition has new probes. Do you now? Why have you stopped searching? There's obviously more of these paths to go down. I don't understand why your auto-explore is broked. We lost Diasporan on Rhea. I don't understand how we're losing Diasporan on Rhea now when we shouldn't be losing food at all. We should have plenty of food now. Interesting. That must have been because that was the last turn for Sable to complete. So lessons learned, we are not going to be using... I figured we had enough food that it wouldn't be an issue, but I was obviously wrong. So we can go for this Savannah here or this Mediterranean, which will give us more titanium. I think starting on this Savannah might be more beneficial, though, long run. Yeah, because it doesn't have that happiness penalty. Although this does have more production. That is a very, very interesting predicament. I'm gonna start here. We'll start here on the Savannah. I think that's actually better overall. We do not currently have the dust to boost up the colonization effort there because we are losing a ton of dust on our military upkeep right now. Yes, please do build expanded mines. That would be excellent. So we have just completed Extreme Atmospherics, which will allow us to colonize gas giants and gives us the ability to get antimatter as well. Did we not pick up lava colonization at any point? Like, that's something we should probably have. Okay, Pulvis production is good. That'll give us access to the G Services Marketplace as well. Then we'll get AI labor and colonize lava. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. I'm gonna let all that stuff just finish out the queue, and then we'll load it back up when we get low. Sable does need things in queue. We're gonna start with drone networks, then we're gonna go Xenos. We do actually have strategics here, so we'll go interplanetary, then predictive, and then we'll get everything else. Although we may put cerebral in right there as well, just to get some base dust generation down so that we're not losing dust by having this system. Yeah. And then we'll do food, happiness, science, all the things. Nope, not that. That'll do, though. Okay, excellent. Big data shipyards can go down there at the bottom. And honestly, I may just move our counselor over to this place, although maybe not. Maybe not. I want to make sure he is continuing to generate the influence he's generating, and he may actually generate less influence if we move him to a different system, so I'm not going to do that. Siege ships still gladly doing their job there. Sieging for quite a bit every turn. They sent another hawk through here, but this isn't even a challenge. Like, I'm not sure why they even did that. Like, yeah, okay. Good plan. Send things to die. Nailed it. I'm actually curious whether or not moving our fleet to a neutral system over here would allow... Oh, guys, do you see that? Do you see that? They're trying to colonize right there. Oh, why do I feel like being a jerk? This is so rude what I'm about to do to them, but it's also hilarious. Yeah, it's worth it. We're gonna bring them down here to Procyon, and we're gonna have them blockade there and kill that colony. And then while they're doing that, I'm actually gonna take my tanks here and stuff and move them over here and try to put that fleet commander on that fleet in a neutral system, and then we'll bring them back. In the meantime, our siege ships are doing their thing. Having them there alone without anything to defend them is kind of scary, but they'll be okay. They will be fine for one turn. I say that, but watch, next turn Zane's gonna pop out like a fleet of 10 and just wreck them. We are now amicable with the Harashems, which is excellent. Yes, yes, you are going to blockade that system. Oh, oh boy. That is a pirate behemoth right there. Okay, and it looks like potentially we cannot add a hero because there is an enemy ship in system. How strong is that thing? 12,000 health, but it has very low attack and mediocre defense. Do we want to kill it? I mean, it is a behemoth. I kind of want to kill it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. What kind of weapons does it have? It has purely projectiles. Okay, so we're just gonna go for it here. Get 'em, boys! Fingers crossed. Decisive victory. We completely wrecked them. That's beautiful. New event, Behemoth. The wreckage speaks, though not as loudly as the crew might have. A giant system-destroying missile was fired from their weapon platform, and a short time later the crew committed suicide or the vessel was internally sabotaged. Your current technology does not allow you to know which, and the truth of it is a matter for historians, not technologists. Wow, so they fired a obliterator shot, and then their ship was either sabotaged or they committed suicide. That's kind of crazy. It's really crazy, too, when you think about, like, the guy that made the nuke and how he felt about it after he made it. Like, I don't know. I'm a history nut, so that was kind of cool to me. I'm sorry, guys. I just am the way that I am. We cannot assign our captain there. That's really... or our hero there. That's really unfortunate. So I guess we'll have to go with plan B, which was to assign our hero to our speed fleet over here and then try to swap some units around when we get him over there, which is fine. That's really not that big of a deal for us. Predictive logistics is actually clogging up the queue, so we're not getting many more siege ships there, which is okay. I mean, we don't need more siege ships, but, you know, they could be done sooner. I wouldn't complain. These guys are doing a fine job, though. This place is basically done with having manpower in a turn, and then we could straight up invade it if we want to, but we do have this hack running, and we'll probably let that hack finish. Unfortunately, though, that is all the time we have for this episode, guys. Hopefully it was 30 minutes since I messed up on the timing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more of this series or any of our other great series, including Endless Legend with the community patch right now, Sunless Skies, and in the future some cool Fire Pro Wrestling stuff, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below and make sure to ding that bell notification, because every time you click that button, a cow gets its bell. Really, though, it's just so YouTube will let you know when the videos go up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!